Welcome back, Saber fans. Tony here from Sabers, and today another update video for you. If you're new to the channel, I do install, repair, and review these sabers, so please like, comment, and subscribe. I also have a website, RoninSabers.com, where you can find my finished products and sound fonts. So if you're interested in that, definitely check out the link in the description below. So here we have two Korbanth sabers, both updated. The customer here wanted to update two blade styles for this Graflex TFA version, I believe, so that, you know, the red was a true red and the dark saber and all, you know, those fonts were correct. I believe the Mace Windu one was also not quite the real purple, and then there was a Thor font in here that was purple when it was supposed to be blue, and so I added a cool little blade style to it, and then just the battery font could have been the party blade. So we updated this one to have the Profi OS 6 and had those small changes, so I won't go through all of them with this, because the majority of them are default fonts with Korbanth's config. And then we have this guy, who is the prize of all sabers. This is the Dark, or as Korbanth's The Dark, and so this is their version of the Dark Saber from The Mandalorian, Season 2, I should say, or Mandalorian overall. And so very heavy, very hefty. The customer here just wanted to update it. The font, it only came with one Dark Sword font, so he wanted to tell the full story, of course, which is what I'm kind of known for in the community. And so we have 6, I believe, Dark Saber sound fonts on here, and the rest are just kind of for fun, either some that he wanted to keep, and then I updated the blade style, and then some were just crazy wild with prions and post-offs and grayscale fonts. So, without further ado, we'll show you some of the blade styles and fonts that were added. He did ask for a custom sound font with the Dark Sword, the, I guess, 6th version of the Dark Sword, and so we'll be demoing that off. So, without further ado, let's show you off the fonts.
I am Pre-Vizsla. We are the Death Watch. Descendants of the true warrior faith all Mandalorians once knew. So all of these are going to be Kyberphonics Dark for the first few Dark Sword blade styles, just different versions. This is the version 1, which is Pre-Vizsla. See that blade style very well. But you can probably see it better here. So, of course, for the animated blade styles, or the animated fonts, I did the animated blade style. And then for the live-action fonts, I did the live-action blade style by Fet263. So for one button, just tap for blasters. Double tap, or tap and hold for lightning block. Then for force effects, just hold and let go. About 2 seconds. So be it.
Give him his weapon.
So be it.
So yeah. It does have gesture features as well. You can play tracks by double tapping the power button. This is Pre-Vizsla's kind of theme. Tap to confirm, or turn on. Double tap to turn off. Next up.
I claim this sword, and my rightful place as leader of Death Watch.
So this is the V2 version of Kyberphonics Dark. This is the Maul configuration.
If you will not join me, you will all die. If you will not join me, you will all die.
You're all traitors.
Unfortunately for you, history will not see it that way. I challenge you, one warrior to another, and only the strongest shall rule Mandalore.
This has the Maul versus Palpatine track on there. So yeah, next up.
Maybe I should practice more first.
Take it. It's yours. Ignite the blade.
This is the same V2 version, but this is the Sabine Wren configuration.
Your thoughts, your actions, they become energy. They flow through the crystal as well, as part of the blade.
It's heavier than I thought.
You're not fighting with a simple blade as much as you are directing a current of power.
Yeah. This has Ezra's theme as the track. So yeah, next up.
Moff Gideon,
Now we get into live action blade styles, which are a bit more fanatic when it comes to the dark style. There's a bit more dark spots that keep going and up and down the blade. It's a bit more like an unstable style. And so, yeah, this is the Moff Gideon version. This is now when we get into the dark V3 version. So, see that style's a bit different, not terribly, but a bit more unstable-ish. Very similar to the way they did it in The Mandalorian. Custom Moff Gideon tracks.
I would prefer to avoid any further
quotes.
violence and encourage a moment of consideration. The structure you are trapped in will be raised in short order. The structure you are trapped in will be raised in short order. The structure you are trapped in will be raised in short order.
This also has a Moff Gideon kind of track on there with the Dark Troopers. So yeah, next up,
The Dark Saber. It belongs to you.
this is the Beskar version. So in the V3 of Kyberphonics Dark, there's a Beskar version. I thought it'd be nice to have a transition between Moff Gideon and Din Djarin, and that would be the Beskar version. Now with this version, I did yellow blasters and yellow lockup, symbolizing the metal heating up. And then of course you have the quotes and stuff on there. Well, you don't have quotes on this one. You have quotes on the next one when he wins it from him. This also has a track on there. This is him fighting Moff Gideon and the Dark Troopers. Next up,
This is the way.
this is Din Djarin's version. This is after he's won the Darksaber. And then this also has tons of dialogue between Moff Gideon and Darksaber.
In order for her to wield the Dark
Moff Gideon
Saber
and Din Djarin.
she would need to defeat you in combat.
So many names.
I yield. It's yours.
Oh, no. It doesn't work that way. Without that blade, she's a pretender to the throne.
Of course, this has the Darksaber sound or track on there. Next up, this is the custom boot sound I made for this customer. He wanted a version of The Mandalorian and during the Book of Boba Fett and wanted that custom font sound on there. And of course, this is Dark V3 again, but different configuration. This has dialogue from Book of Boba Fett about the Darksaber itself.
If it is won by creed in battle, it is said one warrior will defeat 20, and the multitude will fall before it. What do you know of this blade? Mandalore will be laid to waste, and its people scattered to the four winds.
I am told it is the Dark Saber.
Very cool. This also has the Mando track on there. Moving on.
Going somewhere.
So I'll skip these ones. I'll kind of maybe go through them very quickly. This is just Kyberphonics, not Kyberphonics. Korbanth's defaults that he wanted to keep on there. I think there's 11 on here that he wanted to keep. The second sister one is pretty cool though. Spark on ignition, a pilot light, and then you have a cool second sister blade style in there. So next up,
At last we will have our revenge.
Menace, Rogue One Vader, the Emperor.
I know what I have to do.
Unstable is very cool. This is the Last Jedi version. Very cool, that blade style. Next up, Code Fulcrum, just a white blade. JFO. This one's a pretty cool one. This is Electric Mouse. This is a default as well, but has a really cool electric blade for it. So, very nice.
You want me to put the hammer down?
Another cool blade style that I ended up changing on here. Originally, it was just an electric staff purple, but I, of course, did the thunder, I guess, the summon thunder, lightning, and then the thunder blade. So, Oh, you have a track player as well. Just click, confirm. Should be good. So you summon the lightning, and then the storm blade. Very cool. And when you're done with it, it goes back to the sky. Next up, this is fire. This is another default that was on Korbanth Saber, but fire is really cool on this one. You can actually tilt your blade upside down, and the fire will want to go up. And so you'll get the Neopixel lights up here, and then not so down here. And it'll come back up whenever you rotate the saber, which is really, really cool. And then just kind of disapparates. So this is when we get into the crazy, crazy sound fonts. These are some that he wanted originally on his Rogue Apprentice lightsaber, but he didn't have enough storage because of all the sound fonts that he wanted on that one. So, because grayscale fonts, blade styles take a lot of code. So, we were able to put some on this, and they look really cool on this Darksaber. So, very long prions. This one's Coda. This one's Raw, I believe. I don't know by the sound of all of them. This one's a really cool one, though. Crazy. And this one's actually pulsing backwards, if you can see it. Very, very cool. Next up, this is, oh, I forget. I know some of these, but not this one. Exalted, I believe. This one's pretty rapid, pretty crazy. Very crazy. These do have unstable swings on there, but I don't recommend crazy swinging this saber around. Next up.
Prepare a boarding party.
And last but not least, you have your passive battery monitor, which goes greatly with those vents, and of course the party blade. Also looks really cool on this blade. So that includes the update for the Korbanth The Dark Saber. Of course, I hope the customer enjoys it. I hope you enjoyed it. Have a wonderful day, and may the Force be with you.